Okay, good morning, everyone. So, everyone can see my screen, right? You guys can leave a comment, leave a chat in the post or question there. You guys can see my screen? Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining this session. My name is again Aaron. I'm the application engineer from CADVision Systems Sdn Bhd. So basically, this session was supposed to be a workshop, but unfortunately for this year, we couldn't conduct any physical workshop. So in this session, let's take a few steps back and let's explore what has the past impactful enhancement in SolidWorks. All right. So okay, so SolidWorks was first released back in 1995, and in 1997, 2 years after, the Stowe, best known for its CATIA CAD software, uh, acquired SolidWorks, and then the rest is history. So we then jump into the year 2019 into Mamalahoa, Hawaii, for the development of Canada-France-Hawaii telescope. We will dissect this humongous model to see what have SolidWorks accomplished back in 2019. So as you can see, back in 2019, the graphic performance is already significantly enhanced for smoother and much more responsive maneuvering within SolidWorks. View manipulation is with higher performance, and this is without large assembly mode. So smoothness of the entire navigation can be seen in 2019. Of course, this also depends on your hardware, but this performance do scales with your graphics hardware. The better your graphics hardware is, the better the performance that it can go up to. Okay. So the next thing is the large design review, which is a capability that has been available in SolidWorks for several years and is still available in SolidWorks 2019. This capability allows us to open very large assemblies lightning fast so that we can quickly interrogate models or conduct any design reviews that we need. But what's the use if we can only see and not able to do anything? That is why there has been many new tools added for more intuitive assembly editing in the large design review. Just take a look at in this assembly shown. It's an entire building it's an entire building floor with many intricate sub-assemblies. What we see might look simple, but it's actually an entire floor. Just one of the machine is already a complicated assembly. So this is why the large design review significantly allows us to rapidly open large assembly for quick editing. Okay, the new silhouette feature tool. This was a new SolidWorks new feature in SolidWorks 2019. This enables users to massively de-feature or remove feature from an assembly. This removes any unnecessary detail. The reason for this is that we want to protect our intellectual property. So this new silhouette options actually helps us to simplify and remove all those assembly based on the outlines of the components, and only remains the overall dimension of the entire component and bodies. So basically, this feature model can be, and again, this feature model can be saved into a new document with link to the original document. So this can actually, again, help you to protect your intellectual property. Okay, so the next one is the touch gesture sketch that has never been so easy with enhanced user experience on touch devices. So now you can work on models using touch gestures and perform actions to navigate in SolidWorks like finger drag or rotate and two-finger drag to pan. With additional handwriting dimensioning, a very powerful set of productivity tools also involved in this module for more design flexibility. Okay. So a quick look onto the extended reality that was introduced in 2019. I'm sure a few of you guys could have seen this before. A complete virtual walkthrough in the whole entire assembly before everything is built into a physical building itself. Okay, so extended reality basically is to simplify our design process for better inspection and quality assurance. So small scale design is easier to control, but with a larger scale, such as this Canada France Array telescope, it's humongous, it's big. So this one tends to be difficult for us to imagine how things would go in, how things would slot. So utilizing this extended reality, a better visualization on the overall environment can ensure a higher success rate of the overall design project. So that is what 2019 has offers. So next, from Hawaii, let's travel 1 year down the road to Washington in the United States. So for the OMAX Micromax Abrasive Water Jet, let's dissect this to explore what is the enhancement in this SolidWorks 2020. So in 2019, we have enhanced performance for assembly. Okay, so now in SolidWorks 2020, a new detailing mode for drawing productivity is enhanced by allowing users to open in seconds massive drawings containing large assemblies, lots of sheets, and many configurations or resource-intensive views. So the reason why this is possible is because that in detailing mode, the border of the drawings are not loaded, but only the drawing views are intact. So you can actually utilize the drawings as you would usually do, So you can do those editing, adding dimensions, readjusting the drawing views. You can actually remove those views and readjust views, and redimension, restructure all the drawings. So as you can see in this video, many of the tasks can be completed in SolidWorks detailing mode, as if like we are doing it like we usually do. Okay, so next, as technology advances and our customers' demand is getting more and more complicated, more difficult, complex mesh bodies has become more and more frequent. Okay, so with SolidWorks 2020, we have no choice but to adapt to these new changes, new demands. So with SolidWorks 2020, working with complex mesh bodies shown in this video is much more convenient now, allowing you to create reference axes and planes from the mesh geometry is now supported. As you can see in this video, those regions highlighted in red is intelligently selected so that we can create an axis in the center just by using this mesh geometry. So once we have everything, once done, you can compare the completed part with the initial reference mesh data. So you can see those are vertices of the original mesh and solid body. With this, we can clearly see on where the design is flawed or where the dimension is incorrect. So we can make those changes, as you can see from the color bond, as you can see from this section right here on the right, body compare legend. So we're actually comparing the mesh, the scan data, and the one that we actually created, a solid body that we created in SolidWorks. So moving on, as I've mentioned earlier, the advancement of technology and the demand, the need to edit mesh geometry is becoming more and more common as well. So with SolidWorks 2020, you can now fillet edges like you usually do for common part, okay, for your solid bodies, and the fillet can even be changed to chamfer and vice versa. So the modification tends to involve dimension change as well. So offsetting surfaces, as you can see in this video, can easily be done on the mesh geometry. And it is not uncommon to have damaged surfaces when importing mesh geometry as well. So using geometry check, you can actually quickly scan for open surfaces. As you can see in this video very quickly, okay, we're trying to look for those holes, unwanted holes actually, something that we do not see with our naked eye. So we can immediately delete those holes, those open surfaces or open holes. And at the same time as well, in SolidWorks 2020, we even have a delete and fill feature. So basically, instead of just removing that feature, we're actually filling it with filling it so that we no longer have that particular feature inside that particular mesh geometry. So moving on. Okay, and that's SolidWorks 2020. Okay, so we are now in the brink of 2020 and closing in the year of 2021. We dive in deep to see what 2021 has to offer with this submersible robotics by Square Robots. Okay, so for SolidWorks 2021, actually my wish did came through this year. For 2021, I've been waiting for this for actually for a couple of years now. Last time when I do any projects and even during my college times in SolidWorks, I need to keep making multiple design changes. And sometimes I do, I have to undo because I'm still learning the tips and tricks all around here. So how I wish I had this feature back in the day. So just imagine that you actually accidentally undo a feature, just one feature. Then you need to just accidentally, then you actually need to spend an extra time recreating it back. Sometimes you don't even know what feature that you actually undid. So you unfortunately you did not make any backups. So it's quite a hassle. So finally in SolidWorks 2021, you can now redo features. So the redo and undo functions are now applicable. Is now applicable for features. Previously, before 2021, those undo and redo can only applicable for drawings, means your sketches. Sorry, means for your sketches. So finally now in SolidWorks 2021. The redo feature, finally you can applicable for features, and we can redo it up to more than 60 times actually. So making mistakes is easier to correct using undo now. Okay, so silhouette D feature, we have seen what it can do when it was first introduced back in SolidWorks 2019. Okay, so it's very useful. You protect your intellectual property, and I believe that not only that, you actually simplify all those features so that when it goes up to the massive assembly, everything is simplified. So the performance actually can be boosted as well. But there always has one problem with this silhouette D feature. We can only save the simplified version into another file that of course it's linked to the original file, but it's still in a hassle. Then we end up we have few duplicated files only with different simplification of that particular model. So what's new in SolidWorks 2021 is the new silhouette D feature that has the ability now to save this simplified representation as a configuration within the same assembly file. You no longer have to save it into a different or a duplicated file. So now you can save in the same assembly file from which it was created, and this really do eliminate a lot of effort and a lot of time just to manage those separate files. Okay, so in SolidWorks 2021, you will be able to work faster, more efficiently with larger and more complex designs. Okay, so throughout the years, we can see that in terms of graphics, SolidWorks has always been the top of their game. However, this year it seems that it's not enough. They've upped their ante by introducing the enhanced graphic performance, which basically is a steroid for, okay, which basically is a steroid for incredible graphics performance. I kid you not. So just look at the video that was played just now. Okay, again, I do not let me just give you a warning. Do not try this at home yet. Okay. So what you saw just now was a 500 consistent mouse rotation. So let me just repeat for a moment. Okay. As you can see, it's a 500 consistent mouse rotation. So from the left one is with the graphic performance, the enhanced graphic performance options being enabled, and from the right side is SolidWorks without the options being enabled. So these actions just look at the options that has been enabled. These actions, this 500 consistent mouse rotation, they actually only take 7.94 seconds and ran an average about 63 frames per second. Okay, with this graphic performance enhancer. So meanwhile, with this setting disabled, this action actually took 161 seconds at an average of only 3 frames per second. So you can see the difference is tremendous. This is huge. So and mind you, these two assemblies, that is the assemblies that we're using now in this video, it's not a simple assembly. It's a very complicated, very complex assembly with many files, many parts. Okay. So the next one, we'll take a look at the okay. So this one is only for the silhouette edges. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. Okay. So this is crazy. This only took 4.71 seconds for 165 frames per second. This is huge. While when it's disabled, it's 100. It ran at a 170 frames per second. Second, and only at an average of 3.94 frames per second. So as you can see, just comparing the with and without, the without the disabled one means with normal view and with only silhouette edges, the difference is not big. The average is for the first actions is only 3 frames per second, and this one is only 3.94 frames per second. That's only a less than 1 increment, and the time it took is more than 100 seconds. Okay, so this is a huge accomplishment in SolidWorks 2021. So now you will have a more smoother response, more responsive maneuvering. You can interrogate your models for even quicker, a real-time and more dynamic model display. So now, again, we just want to remind you that SolidWorks has a continued commitment to continuous improve on the performance, because it's one thing that many of us as a user actually look on. This is something that we face every day. Lagging, the view is actually not moving as we want it. The way we rotate it is lagging, so it's very it creates annoyance actually. So we move on. Okay, so now when working with sheet metal parts, we have long been able to create an edge flange on a curve edges like this. Okay, so we are limited to, we can create edges. Hold on, let me just highlight something. We long have been able to create these edges, curved edges like this. Okay, but corners like this, we were limited to this curved edges originating from a planar surface. Okay, so we can only create from planar surface. This type of surface here, okay, we are unable to actually create flanges there. So now in SolidWorks 2021, edge flanges can be created on curved edges. originating from again non-planar surfaces. Okay, so such as I showed you this band. So the preview actually shows how the edge flange will be created all the way around the part, and of course this flange can be flattened and ready to be detailed, and of course export to the Excel file for fabrication. And again, I just want to highlight that this now previously without SolidWorks 2021, it's a separated flanges actually. We could not call out any flange from this curved curved edge, curved band area. So this is the massive improvement to further enhance those sheet metal users. Because we know many of our customers are actually highly productive in using sheet metal functions. They quickly design, quickly pattern, and quickly move on the machine for production. Okay, so now we move on. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So when we are working with a weldment environment, this is very common to use different sizes of weldment members. Yes, usually it's something that we need to really curate to meet our customers' requirement. Okay, so this is very common, different sizes of weldment members. But physically as a very experienced welder or a very experienced engineer, two different weldments can combine together. However, SolidWorks previously could not do this. The miter trim cuts an angle between the two tubes, creating an equal angle miter trim. So again, because this is a different profile, the equal length actually produce a distorted results. Actually, this is not something that we want. We know that it can do, but this is not something that is supposed to look like. So basically, without this capability, are actually reducing the productivity of the users in this weldment environment. So in SolidWorks 2020, a new option is created. Okay, a new option is created for this miter trim. We call it the full flush miter, which does what it does is it combines various sizes of weldment members with the relevant angle. So this really do speed up, and what we're trying to do here is actually a continuous commitment so that we can really meet the user's expectation, because again, this is by engineers for engineers. Okay. So the next thing is, since SolidWorks has an amazing capability in which to set keyboard hotkeys, okay, and what else? Okay, shortcut bars, mouse gestures. Okay, so having a command manager sometimes, I don't know whether you guys do feel about this, but sometimes having the command manager hanging around there without us even going there for any functions, it's actually a redundant thing. It's taking up a big space, so you're actually not utilizing in full the workspace that SolidWorks provides. So in SolidWorks 2021, now you can have the ability to actually, as you can see here, you have actually the ability to collapse this command manager, allowing you to have a full claim of the space that you really need. Okay, so now you no longer have a redundant area there that you might misclaim. Sometimes you don't even need that function there. Sometimes you're not even using anything. You just want to review and everything. All the functions is already in the shortcuts that you have set. There's no longer the need for that particular command manager. Okay, so you can now actually collapse it for a bigger space for your convenience. Okay. So there is so much more enhancement in SolidWorks 2021 that we couldn't really cover in full in this session. However, know this, with pure continuous commitment, we are here to to be ready to meet meet our users' expectation, and will never stop improving and enhancing the performance and the capability. So with that being said, we've been talking about 3D experience platform for many years now. Okay, but this year, in the brink of 2020, jumping into 2021, we have elevated or transcended to a whole new level, which the next step or the immediate step after designing is collaboration. So we have actually transcended to a whole new level of collaboration for designing. Okay, we have long been able to design, but we do face some issues when it comes to collaboration and connectivity. So now we have completely blurred out the line that once divided our SolidWorks, okay, with 3D experience. So now the cloud business platform by the Dassault System is ready with greater interoperability than ever before. Okay, so I'm excited to show this. The 3DX platform is now being embedded into SolidWorks for seamless integration between cloud technology by the 3D experience and the beloved SolidWorks. So again, due to SolidWorks is always at heart, we could not erase it, completely remove, because it is something that's accustomed to us. However, we can further boost or further enhance what SolidWorks can do. It's no longer just tied to your desktop. It's much and much more further. So without further ado, let's jump right in.
The traditional definition of the workplace is changing. Design teams need to collaborate over great distances and have flexibility to get work done on the go. Choosing the right CAD tool is paramount. But what about the design data? How can it be stored securely but still provide convenient access at any time, anywhere? 3D Experience SolidWorks offers industry-leading SolidWorks desktop CAD, as well as powerful browser-based CAD solutions, all built from the ground up with secure and convenient cloud data management at its core. SolidWorks Desktop provides dedicated tools and workflows that streamline the design and development of your products from concepts through to reality. Great designs typically start with a sketch. SolidWorks makes this simple and straightforward. Even the most complex ideas are easy to realize with access to instant feedback and standard tools like the Hole Wizard, an extensive library of hole types built right in. SolidWorks enables you to not only modify design dimensions, but also reuse geometry with a simple drag and drop, a great time saver. Because SolidWorks is connected directly to the 3D Experience platform, you can easily find the components you need with a simple search. Components can be snapped together with ease. No clunky menus or confusing windows to navigate. SolidWorks understands the mechanical relationship between components and can generate lifelike motion in even the most complex assemblies. Understanding the performance of your designs early in the design process is crucial to a successful product launch. SolidWorks provides powerful tools that help you get to market ahead of time and with maximum quality. Documenting your designs is quick and easy. Simply start with a standard drawing sheet and snap 2D views into place. Projection views are created automatically, and section views are just a click away. Save time by importing dimensions straight from the 3D model or create special dimensions and callouts with intuitive tools. Drawings in SolidWorks are always up to date and contain accurate detail like automatic bill of materials and item balloons to make understanding the design easy for manufacturing and suppliers. With 3D Experience SolidWorks, your design data is saved in the secure cloud, making it immediately available to your team and other stakeholders. Your data will always be safely backed up and controlled using maturity workflows and revision management, all without the need to purchase, install, or maintain expensive servers on premises. With 3D Experience SolidWorks, you're no longer tethered to the office, as it includes powerful 3D CAD and a web browser. Build complex 3D parts and assemblies using an intuitive design interface. The 3D Experience platform natively understands your CAD data, so you can reference it while creating messages to your team or while creating intelligent tasks to drive daily work. This streamlines your design process. Now contributors don't have to spend time searching for the right documents. They can move forward with certainty, knowing that they're working on the correct document every time. The tight integration between the browser-based CAD tools and the powerful desktop tools allows files to be used interchangeably. Designing is no longer a function of how powerful your computer is. It's a function of where inspiration strikes. Customers demand great-looking products. Take advantage of subdivision modeling in the browser with 3D Experience SolidWorks to create complex shapes that would be difficult to design using traditional 3D CAD methods. Just push and pull in the virtual clay environment to instantly see your product take shape. Also available with 3D Experience SolidWorks is the ability to create high-quality photorealistic renderings of your products using SolidWorks Visualize. Creating renderings is easy. Drag and drop materials, colors, textures, and environments. Then, use the lightning-fast rendering engine with denoiser AI technology built in to effortlessly create eye-popping images or animations. As your business grows, the 3D Experience platform grows with you. Validate your design decisions using Simulia. Take your project management to the next level with integrated project planning tools. Access powerful CAM functionality with Delmia, and so much more. The traditional definition of the workplace is changing, but that doesn't mean that progress comes to a halt. All of these powerful tools make it easy to go from concept to design to manufacture and beyond, no matter where your team members are located.
Okay, so as you can see now, SolidWorks is no longer tied to just your local on-premise functions. So as you can see right here, you can actually notice that there is a right sidebar. Let me just see. Okay, so what you can see here actually is a new function that is collaborated with the Cloud 3D Experience for you to actually search your file. So as you can see here, usually this is a file explorer, or if you're saving it locally. So now everything is embedded within SolidWorks. The 3D Experience and all the files, all the control, the organization of your data design files, everything is on cloud. So to put it short, actually SolidWorks 3D Experience SolidWorks now is a SolidWorks that comes together with a product lifecycle management system, okay, that is on cloud. So you can actually basically this one just highlights that you will have your files no matter where you are, wherever you go, and you can access it however you want, of course with the proper authority that is set by your admin. And now file sharing has become very, very convenient. As you can see here from this interface itself, okay, the entire thing is your dashboard. The arrangement of this particular section, of this particular section here, right here, like this section, everything, all this is by your own convenience. However you want to see, however you see fit, that's how you arrange, okay? And it's very flexible. So as you can see here, this is your all the files are saved up to this cloud, and to view, all you need to do is just a simple drag and drop, and everything is there. And immediately from this particular view, you can create a quick markup, and from this markup you can immediately share to your community that you, of course, you create within your organization. Everything will be circulated back into your organization. However, there is also a flexibility or the capability for you guys to actually communicate with your supply chain. You just have to include your supply chain into your community, and the collaboration and the communication will be seamless. Okay, the files you share to them, you can actually adjust those silhouette feature, can remove those intellectual property and upload it to them so that they can know whether is this suitable, can this be produced. You can even, there is even the ability for you to, of course, you remove all those intellectual property, the overall dimension, just remaining the overall dimension, shoot up to cloud, and immediately maybe other companies, or if you put it to public, they can actually see and quickly utilize those design, so that they can know that, okay, if I do any changes here, I can immediately see whether will it suit the existing product or existing assembly? Okay, so changes can be made very quickly and very easily. Okay, so as you can see here, okay, now designing can also be done on cloud. Okay, it's no longer just tied to your SolidWorks, because what we are shooting for is flexibility. You want to do things quick, you want to do things fast. Sometimes when your ideas comes flowing, you want to quickly draw out or sketch out your ideas. But some you know how we do it traditionally is we have paper and pen. We draw it quickly so that ideas so that we can remember those ideas. But now, okay, with 3D experience, you have everything in the grasp of your palm actually. Just open any devices, shoot up, fire up your internet browser, go into 3D experience, and you can immediately sketch out all the things that you need. Okay, so okay, the original promises for these platforms do remain. Okay, the source systems is uniting the most powerful brands of source systems into a common platform for an unmatched level of collaboration. Okay, so SolidWorks has always been a huge brand of the source systems. Okay, it was acquired since 1997. And for that reason, we've curated a collection of the most relevant roles and hand-picked portfolio for our users. And the 3D Experience platform is revolutionary, not only in sheer depth on breadth of its technology, but in a way that it can transform your business. It connects people so that they can collaborate on projects effectively together. It connects your data with advanced tools, reducing the needs for costly hardware. And again, it connects your user together with the data. It connects the data with the tool, and it connects the tool with your users. So the whole essence of 3D Experience SolidWorks is cloud technology infused into CAD technology, SolidWorks. So this is the end of my session today. This is thank you guys for listening, for joining this session. So do you guys have any questions for me? You guys can drop if there's any inquiries, any questions. Just drop it in the question or even the chat, I think. No question, thanks. Okay. So again, thank you guys for joining. Really appreciate your time especially during this particular moment. Really do appreciate your time in joining us and getting to know what's the future is holding up for us. So if there's no more questions, okay, if there's no longer any question, thank you so much and see you guys soon.